History, theater, education, community, and award-winning Southern cuisine come together under one roof. Welcome to Hanover Tavern.
Hanover Tavern has been the heartbeat of Hanover County for over 250 years. It has endured the struggles of America's battle for independence and withstood the hardships of secession. It has heard the bellowing voice of Patrick Henry and witnessed America's transformation from wagon wheel to steam engine to automobile. Hi, I'm David Deal, Executive Director for Hanover Tavern Foundation. I'd like to thank you for visiting Hanover's most treasured, beautifully restored historic landmark. Hanover Tavern's resilience to time and ability to evolve has allowed residents from miles around to be part of the most compelling moments in American history. Hanover Tavern is listed on the National Register of Historic Places as a contributing structure to the Hanover Courthouse Historic District. The district is comprised of the tavern, the courthouse, the Clerk of the Courts building, and the stone jail. As you tour the 12,000 square foot, 27-room tavern today, you'll journey through 250 years of history that shaped the tavern and its inhabitants and significant events in American history.
The tavern's location and accommodations made it an ideal resting place for travelers going between Fredericksburg and Richmond. Beginning as early as 1733, Hanover Tavern has been active through every phase of American history, serving courthouse users, Hanover residents, and weary travelers in need of food, drink, and overnight accommodations. Patrick Henry, who would eventually become the first elected governor of Virginia, lived and worked at the original tavern with his wife, Sarah Shelton Henry. Henry assisted his father-in-law, Mr. Shelton, the tavern owner, by greeting guests, tending bar, and entertaining by playing his fiddle. During the Revolutionary War, American, British, and French officers often visited the tavern. One Frenchman described it as a tolerable handsome inn with a large salon and covered portico. In his diary, General George Washington twice refers to dining and lodging at Hanover Courthouse. In 1800, several slaves from the tavern complex participated in Gabriel's slave rebellion, which, if successful, would have been the greatest slave uprising of enslaved peoples in North America. The courthouse, jail, clerk of the courts, and tavern make up the historic district which surround the grounds where Jeb Stuart received his commission as Major General of the Confederate Cavalry. Stuart led his cavalry past the tavern during his historic ride around General McClellan's Union Army in 1862. Over the centuries, Hanover Tavern has hosted many notable guests. Chief Justice John Marshall and Edgar Allan Poe rode the stage and stopped at the tavern. Charles Dickens wrote of his experiences traveling the old stage road in the 1840s. In his memoirs, P.T. Barnum recounts an amusing disagreement with the tavern keeper during a visit by the circus troupe in 1836. The tavern evolved once again in 1953 when a group of actors from New York bought the frail tavern and established the Barksdale Theater. They repaired the building to operate as their home and business, actually beginning the preservation of the old structure. The nationally acclaimed professional dinner theater Barksdale was born and became and remains today a valuable part of the history of Hanover Tavern. In 1990, Hanover Tavern Foundation acquired the tavern and the 3.5-acre site from the Barksdale Theater founders. Today, the building offers school field trips, tours, and historical exhibits, music, lectures, and family-oriented special events, as well as a full-service restaurant and pub, meeting and event space, and Barksdale Theater performances in a modern 155-seat theater. Come on in and enjoy history, dining, and theater at Hanover Tavern.